Okay, so whether or not you have SMTP or ActiveCampaign or any autoresponder, the beauty is having emails that are going to be sent out automatically once somebody opts in. So whatever product you're selling, let's just say this is the very first step in a funnel that you've built in ClickFunnels, okay? As we discussed, usually the very first step, unlike a website, in a landing page, you try to get their email. You do get their email, and then once they do, you send them somewhere else. Let's just make a quick example funnel here. How about after they opt in to get this free, amazing case study, we give them a book about that's very relevant to that case study. Maybe it teaches them whatever it is. It's relative to this front end offer that kind of got them in the first place. Here we're actually selling them that book, right? And then to be as simple as that, that's kind of a basic funnel. And that's a thank you page right there. Opted in, got them in, they showed interest from the targeted traffic, right? So, we have Google, we have Facebook, we have YouTube. If you can imagine, we have different other ads. This is all bringing people who have shown interest clicking over to our landing page where we're giving them something in return. Now here, right here, this is why we want an autoresponder. Whether or not it's SMTP or just another software, this is why we want one. To take that email, add it to our list, right? In the back end, here's our list of prospects. There's John, right? There's his email, and then here's Mary. There's her email. Building like crazy over time in the background while we're sending all these different traffic sources to our ads because people are opting in. Whether or not they buy, whether or not we make money on whatever we're advertising up front on the front end, the whole purpose and the beauty and the art of landing pages is having collected their email already so we can target them. And retargeting them. Think about these different emails coming in every day. Really building character, building trust, building relationship. And then guess what? If it works out correctly, these people that have begun to understand and know, like, and trust you, later down the road, you set up these emails to then sell to them. And you're recommending products as a friend, as somebody who's helping, whatever your niche may be. Now let's talk about how ActiveCampaign can do all of this in a very easy way and kind of how I do it myself. So when somebody opts in, this is the basic strategy that I follow. When somebody, let's say they came from my page, right? Let's say they got here, maybe they made some money, or I made some money, but now we're talking about the very first email they're sent from that landing page. They opted in, whatever it may be. Very first email, this is going to be our email. It's always going to be whatever we offered, because to be legitimate, in here we're going to say whatever we're giving to them and are offering them. If it's a report, case study, blah blah blah, however we got them into our value series, our funnel, we're going to give that to them. I'm going to call that email the first offer. But then once they got whatever they asked for, if it's a free course, like I give away this ClickFunnels course, then they'll get that in the email. I give away a lot of stuff to get people in the list, where I then build it and grow that list. So first offer, and then after that initial offer, the next email, it's actually a sequence. It's called a soap opera sequence. Mine personally, and most people's, are 5 days. It's 1 to 5 days long. You're not pitching anything. You simply go through the backstory. You build a relationship. You explain yourself. You talk about how you got into this, your success, because you want people to relate to you. If they're ever going to buy your initial product, the reason you're doing all of this, at first, once you're on your list, you do not want to start emailing them, because then you're going to be that company that just emails. It's like, oh yeah, I know what they're going to email about. You want it to be different. You want to start off on a good basis. So that's why you put in this soap opera sequence. On an autoresponder, you build out all of these emails, so it would be 5 emails, and one would send every day, and they'd read through them, and then after that soap opera sequence, then we get to jump into the selling. We call this the Seinfeld sequence, but basically, after they've gone through that, they know who you are, this is when you can start sending random emails. They're called Seinfeld emails because they're not really about anything. They all wrap around back to your initial offer, okay? But they're random. They could be a review, a case study, a random thought, something funny, inspirational. All of these emails after, which are automated, of course, after the soap opera, they're just kind of random things that all wrap back into your offer, which basically means you're linking to it. You're connecting the story that you're telling in these emails to your initial offer. Anyways, all of these emails, you have the first, you have the soap opera sequence. After that, you have the Seinfeld. These are all happening. How do you do it? SMTP is a confusing way to send emails. ActiveCampaign, AC, is a non-confusing way. That's what I use. I pre-build all my emails once, just one time. I just set it up once, and then whenever anybody gets into my list, no matter what this product is, no matter what the opt-in is, the landing page that got them there, they go through immediately my soap opera. Okay? First, they're given whatever it was, if applicable. Boom, soap opera sequence right away. And then they're put into the automation. The point of this is to understand that having an autoresponder such as ActiveCampaign is worth paying for another software just so you don't have to go through and do different types of tweaks and stuff. So basically, ActiveCampaign can do all this for you at a budget, and it makes most sense because you can visually build out your automations and understand what your prospects are going to go through after they opt into your list. Because essentially, whatever product you may be selling, you're going to have a ton of different strategies to get people into your list, because the point of this list is to then bring them all back, for those who didn't initially buy, back to that offer. You want to focus on a couple different offers, but for all the people who didn't, you basically want to convert your list, and it's going to take a little more time, but it's worth it because all these people can potentially turn into customers.